Hello, my friends. Today is day 46 of 70 days of complete focus on literally Jesus's words. Literally Jesus's words. And even as I go about my days reading Facebook messages, basically social media posts, a lot of times people attribute things to Jesus that when you actually read literally what he spoke, I think that there's a basis that what they're saying, Jesus would do in this situation, I think they have it all wrong. It's us, those who will study literally Jesus's words. We are going to have, as a blessing from God, insight and actual evidential knowledge of how Jesus would actually respond in situations. It's so important that we find out for ourselves, that we just don't take innuendo or presumption or just what this other person says as truth, but that we literally read Jesus's literal words and come to have a true understanding of his heart. And so that's the encouragement as we jump in today. Today we're going to be going through Luke 12:35 through 59. And let us begin. Keep your shirts on. Keep the lights on. Be like house servants waiting for their master to come back from his honeymoon, awake and ready to open the door when he arrives and knocks. Luckily, the servants whom the master finds on watch, he'll put on an apron, sit them at the table, and serve them a meal, sharing his wedding feast with them. It doesn't matter what time of night he arrives, they're awake and so blessed. You know that if the house owner had known what night the burglar was coming, he wouldn't have stayed out late and left the place unlocked. So don't you be slovenly and careless. Just when you don't expect him, the Son of Man will show up. Let me ask you, who is the dependable manager, full of common sense, that the master puts in charge of his staff to feed them well and on time? He's a blessed man if when the master shows up, he's doing his job. But if he says to himself, the master is certainly taking his time, begins maltreating the servants and maids, throws parties for his friends, and gets drunk, the master will walk in when he least expects it, give him the thrashing of his life, and put him back in the kitchen peeling potatoes. The servant who knows what his master wants and ignores it, or insolently does whatever he pleases, will be thoroughly thrashed. But if he does a poor job through ignorance, he'll get off with a slap on the hand. Great gifts meet great responsibilities. Greater gifts, greater responsibilities. I've come to start a fire on this earth. How I wish it was blazing right now. I've come to change everything. Turn everything right side up. How I long for it to be finished. Do you think I came to smooth things over and make everything nice? Not so. I've come to disrupt and confront. From now on, when you find 5 in a house, it will be 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. Father against son and son against father. Mother against daughter and daughter against mother. Mother-in-law against bride and bride against mother-in-law. When you see clouds coming in from the west, you say, storm's coming, and you're right. And when the wind comes out of the south, you say, this will be a hot one, and you're right. Frauds. You know how to tell a change in the weather, so don't tell me you can't tell a change in the season. The God season we're in right now. I don't have to be a genius you don't have to be a genius to understand these things. Just use your common sense, the kind you'd use if, while being taken to court, you decided to settle up with your accuser on the way, knowing that if the case went to the judge, you'd probably go to jail and pay every last penny of the fine. That's the kind of decision I'm asking you to make. Literally, Jesus's words. Poignant, disruptive, blunt, but perfect. And it's exactly what we need to hear. God bless you guys. Hola, Miguel. Gracias por todo. Thank you so much for joining me. And tomorrow, again, will be literally Jesus's words. Take care. Mwah.